look, another hot process soap video. And for this soap, I figured hot process was probably the best option because hot process soap is kind of rugged looking. Lumps of coal are also kind of rugged looking. I thought it would fit. And here is our lye water, which has nothing extra except for a little bit of Tussah silk fibers. We have added activated charcoal, and I was not filming that moment. I meant to add it way earlier, but I forgot because I was having so much fun just mixing my oil. I meant to add it to my oil actually before I added lye, but these things happen. We were almost volcanoing. It's like the soap knows when you leave. This looks like dirt, like fresh, really healthy black dirt. It's already rising. Like right now, I'm watching it. Calm down, soap. I need to go line your mold. Guess I'll just hang out right here. I'm standing here just watching this rise. Why is it acting so intense? Hot process soap smells so good. Okay, I'll stand here and stare at it for a little while. How are we doing in here? I think I'll turn off the heat and allow it to cool. Might as well take this out. I'm going to go ahead and add my castor oil. Okay, I think it's safe to add my fragrance. So along with there being fragrance oil in this little jar, I've also got Kaolin white clay, goat milk, powdered sugar, sodium lactate, a little bit of shimmer pearl glitter, and some yogurt. So the fragrance Santa's pipe, I got it mostly because I was really curious about it, but it smells like smoke mixed with mintish, kind of mint, like sweet mint, or I'm gonna have to look up the notes on it. I got it from Crafter's Choice because they had a sale. I don't dislike it. It's unique, that's for sure. The reason why I added a little bit of glitter is just so it was, you know, like kind of pretty. This batter's feeling real good, real smooth. There we go. We'll see you for the cut. So we've got all this soap on the side here, which is perfect for just cleaning out my crock pot. I use this little brush and it bubbles right up. I actually use way less dishes when I do hot process as well, and it's easy to clean. This is the next day. Did not have time to cut it yesterday. I have a question for those of you who have used Crafter's Choice fragrance oils before. This Santa's Pipe and then the Rainforest fragrance oil that I did with my husband when we made the roadside picnic soap. This happened because of that fragrance oil. And this happened because of that fragrance oil. Like the only other fragrance oil I've used is from Candle Science. I try really hard not to spill, but I usually spill just like maybe a little bit. It looks like when I was measuring out my fragrance oil while it was sitting on here, it must have spilled off the side, and it literally ate my plastic. And I'm just like, whoa, is this like ultra concentrated fragrance oil that's like, I don't know, like it ate the paint, and it doesn't really even want to wipe away. It's like very different. It's stuck like that. I tried to clean it and it ate my paint off the... Anyway, those of you who use Crafter's Choice fragrance oils, have you had that happen to any of your supplies or anything like that? This was my first experience with something so intense. So now while I cut this soap that is inspired by coal, let's talk about 4 different origin stories of getting coal in your stocking for Christmas. One of the many origin stories begins in Italy, where they believe in La Befana, who is a witch who delivers presents instead of Santa Claus. When Jesus was born, La Befana saw a bright star in the sky and gathered some toys and other presents to give to the baby Jesus. But she couldn't find the stable. Every year she goes around looking for Jesus and leaves toys for good children and coal for bad ones. Some people say that the lumps of coal story started in Holland in the 16th century. Before Christmas, children would put their clogs by the fireplace. Clogs are wooden shoes. So they would leave their clogs by the fireplace before stockings were used. When a child was bad, they got a lump of coal in their clogs. But if they were good, they got a small toy, cookies, or candy left in their clogs. In the 19th century, most of Europe was powered by coal, and most household furnaces were coal burning. A pan of hot coals would often be kept under the bed to generate heat in the middle of the night. In England, when the children of rich families got candy and toys in their stockings, those who were poor, believed to have been made poor by God as punishment for the family's bad deeds, would get coal if they were lucky. The final story is about a proud but poor nobleman who had 3 daughters ready to marry. The problem was he had no dowry to give them. St. Nicholas secretly gave the families enough money so their daughters could start their lives out with their new husbands. He did this by placing the money in some stockings that were drying by the fireplace. When word spread about this miracle, everyone started hanging their stockings by the fire in hopes that the secret benefactor would visit them. He did visit those houses, but for those who St. Nicholas knew to be bad, he left them with a lump of coal instead of gold. Now, it's commonly believed that diamonds are made from coal. But if you get all deep into the scientific business of it, that's thought not to be true. In really short, carbon dioxide, located about 100 miles beneath the surface of the Earth, is the source of diamonds. Coal is also formed from carbon, but is formed much closer to the Earth's surface, about 2 miles down. When coal is mined, miners go right to the source where the coal is formed. Diamonds, on the other hand, are brought to the surface because of volcanic eruptions. Coal is formed from heat and pressure, just like diamonds. However, diamonds require a much greater temperature and far more direct pressure to form, which is the primary reason why the end result is so different. The extreme heat and pressure can only be found far into the earth. Since coal is formed near the surface, the heat and pressure are far less severe. Diamonds require temperatures of about 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit and pressures of about 725,000 pounds per square inch. It is the extreme heat and pressure followed by cooling which gives diamonds hardness not found in coal or any other substance. The cooling takes place when the diamonds are forced to the surface by volcanic eruptions. Anyway, in 1981, there was a song written and originally recorded by Billy Joe Shaver, who is an American country music artist. He wrote a song called "I'm Just an Old Chunk of Coal, but I'm Gonna Be a Diamond Someday." So even though we learned that diamonds are not created from extreme pressures and heat on coal, I really like that line. It's just a good, positive outlook on the hardships of life. And I like that. Also, I made this soap just because Christmas is right around the corner. As we talked about earlier, we could have a better outlook on getting coal for Christmas. This soap turned out really, really, really nice. It's a lovely old chunk of coal.